Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to learn about El Nino and La Nina. Have you heard about these things ever before? Anyhow, we can go and see what is these things, what is this climatic phenomena. So, El Nino, first we are going to understand about El Nino. It is a climatic phenomena. How we can understand this El Nino? It is the nature of warming of sea surface temperature. Sea surface temperature is increasing. It is getting warmer. Oh, where this warmer condition emerge will happen? It happens in the central and eastern Pacific Ocean. So here we should have an idea about these locations. So just make a sketch of this globe. This we know this is west, this is east, this is north, this is south. Okay. So this climatic phenomena is happening in the central and eastern Pacific region. That means almost in this location, central and eastern Pacific. So Pacific region I will show you. So this region is the Pacific Ocean. Okay. And the frequency of El Nino is 2 to 7 years. So with a frequency of every 2 to 7 years this phenomena is happening. So that is this means frequency of occurrence. Okay, then what's the weird meaning of this El Nino? El Nino means little boy, and it is a Spanish word, El Nino. How does this El Nino occur? That we need to understand. What is the thing that is happening that we have a small idea now, and how we are next going to see what happens or how this El Nino is forming. So before understanding that thing, we need to understand the normal condition of the ocean without El Nino. Uh, so for understanding this El Nino or La Nina, we need to understand about trade winds, particular type of wind. That wind used to blow from east to west across Pacific. I will just show you trade winds. So this is a representation of globe. This is west side, this is east side, and the trade winds are always blowing from east to west. As this wind blows here, it along with its course, it will carry warm surface ocean water towards west. So that is the nature, that's the behavior of the trade winds. And up to what range it can extend? It can extend from 30° north latitude. Latitude means how it is spread, extend from the equator. So 30° towards north and also 30° towards south. So these are the nature, behavior of trade winds and what it is doing. So trade winds, its definition is given here. Trade winds are steady, consistent winds. It is blowing from east to west in the tropical regions, and its nature of spread. Means extent of spread. 30° north and 30° south latitude, and it can impact global weather and ocean circulation. Then, one more thing we need to understand is regarding the upwelling. Upwelling, another phenomena that we need to understand during the normal condition in the ocean. So, I am just going to sketch the globe once more. West, east. We have seen that as trade wind start to blow from east to west, it carries warmer or surface water towards the west. That means cooler, deeper water in the east region, it rises to the surface. Okay, clear? So, as this warm surface water moves towards the west, cooler water will rise to the surface. That process is called upwelling. And this cooler water will be rich in nutrients and is so supportive to the marine life. So, then read the trade wind because of its behavior of taking warmer surface ocean water to west side, it allows cold, nutrient-rich water to rise near the coast of South America. Near the coast of South America. So we need to have an idea about the location. South America somewhere here. So at the coast of South America, upwelling is happening and it is so supportive to marine life and fisheries. At the same time, Western Pacific, this region, it remains warmer and wetter because warm surface ocean water is moving more to here. So that's why this area become warmer and wetter. While the eastern region, it remains cooler and drier. Okay, cooler and drier. Is it clear? Why? Because we need to understand that as warm surface ocean water is reaching more to here, here more chance to get more precipitation, that is rain. So as warmer ocean means results in the more evaporation of water, and there is more chance to get precipitation in the form of rain. Here, as there is no warm water, precipitation chance rate or its intensity is less here in this region. That's it. Then we are going to see what changes are happening to this normal situation during El Nino. So during that El Nino time, this trade winds we know it used to carry warm surface water towards west. The trade winds get weaker or reverse its direction. So as it reverse west east, normally it need to carry warm surface water to here. Instead, as it get weaker, a warm surface water will move in the opposite direction. It will spread towards the East Pacific. Okay, so trade wind weaken or reverse, allowing warm water to spread eastward towards the South America. So that we can just see here. So it's a normal and it is weakening. So that red, it is more spreading. In some point, we can see that red is more spreading towards the. So that is that climatic phenomena. And upwelling also stops as warm water started to reach more amount to here. It prevents the upwelling of cold water, and by that way it affects the marine life of this area, eastern side, East Pacific. So that is another impact. And weather pattern totally shift. So by that way, drought will happen in some region, and in some region heavy rainfall is happening. Where this heavy rainfall and drought can happen, can you guess for a while? Because warm water is reaching here, there is more chance to get more rain in the South America. Um, then Australia, this Australia is somewhere here, and here there is no warmer surface water. There is no chance to get enough rain. There more chance to have drought. So that we will see in the next slide. Effects of El Nino on global weather, worldwide weather. Same. Heavy rainfall. Where? South America. I already told you in the former slide. Worse. So why I am drawing it again and again to make it clear in your mind. Yeah, that concept should be clear. That's why. So that instead of moving the warm ocean water to this direction, it is moving back. It is spreading here. So more precipitation is chance to have here. This is South America. South America. So here heavy rain and flood. While at the same time, here more chance to experience drought. Australia, Indonesia, all those regions. So Australia and Indonesia. So that's it. Australia and Indonesia, they experience more droughts and wildfire, and also because of that, reduced rainfall. India, India also, they also got their monsoon so weak monsoon. As monsoon is so weak, our crop production also will affected because we are mainly depending this monsoon rain for a successful crop production. So as the monsoon gets weaker, the crop production also affected during this El Nino. North America, there also North America somewhere in this portion. North America also, as warmer water is reaching there, in this rainfall to expect, especially in southern US, and also strong storms also need to expect. Africa. Africa means Africa somewhere here means east towards East Africa we can expect some rain. Towards the West Africa need to expect drought. So parts of East Africa experience more rain while Southern Africa drought. Uh, Then impact on ocean and marine life. Upwelling has stopped there because of El Nino. Upwelling stopped, so it's seriously impact the marine life. So warm water kill marine species, disturb fisheries, and also fisheries, especially in which cause Peru and Ecuador. Coral bleaching for that coral to have the brilliant coloration. They need a cooler means temperature. So as the sea temperature increases, it will lead to coral bleaching. That means those algae seen associated with the coral, they die. So as they died off, that coral appears so white bleach. So that is coral bleaching. Economic effects. As the crops are affected because of drought in some areas. Some areas means where India, Southeast Asia, Australia, Indonesia, all these are areas where are experiencing drought. So their agricultural yield will be affected. Fishing industry also will affected because of the increase in water temperature. As agricultural yield reduce, food prices will hike and economic instability may happen in affected regions. How can we measure the El Nino? By checking the sea surface temperature. Sea surface temperature, by checking that temperature, how can we understand whether the situation is El Nino? By while checking the temperature, if the temperature is 0.4 degrees Celsius more than the normal temperature for 5 consecutive months, continually for 5 consecutive months, that means it is a symbol of El Nino. We need to understand that El Nino is happening there, so that in that way we can measure. And in another way, Southern Oscillation Index. Southern Oscillation Index means it is by checking the pressure difference between Central Pacific, specifically Tati and Darwin place point in Australia. So globe, west, east. Um, First, the pressure difference somewhere here and pressure difference somewhere here is noting. And we know that El Nino, warm water is reaching here. As warm water is reaching here the air also heated up and rises up, there chance to develop low pressure. So pressure in atmospheric pressure in this region will be low, and this region, as there is no warm water, pressure in this region might be high. So a difference from this pressure to this pressure will give always a negative value. So that value, sign of that value indicate whether it is El Nino or La Nina. So if it is a negative value, it clearly shows that it is an El Nino effect. So in that way we can understand. Then also by using climatic models and satellites we can predict whether El Nino is happening someplace, what about its strength, all those things we can understand. We are next going to understand about the impact of El Nino on India. India mainly depends on monsoon rain for its agriculture. So, because of weak monsoon, as we are not getting enough warm ocean surface water, precipitation will be less, and so monsoon will be of weak strength, and so reduced rainfall. By that way, our agriculture will certainly be affected. So, what are the effects? Drought, poor monsoon led to low crop production, and it affects the production of rice, wheat, and pulses. Because of low agricultural output, increase food prices will increase, and it may lead to inflation. Then heat waves. Heat waves means high temperature, atmospheric temperature for a continuous prolonged time, prolonged period. So that is heat waves. So heat waves will be more frequent in India because of this El Nino. Then, as the temperature is high and rainfall is low, hydroelectric power generation, its efficiency will reduce and power shortages will affect. Example of El Nino's effect. It is remarkably marked in 2015, India's worst drought period. And during that period, we experienced severe food shortages. How can we predict? Prediction also using some help of satellite, we can monitor the surface ocean surface temperature and can predict the El Nino in advance. Okay. And climatic models are also there. Such organizations like India Meteorological Department, and also one more thing in US and NOAA, they can issue warning by continually monitoring the ocean's behavior, ocean's temperature trend. They can warn the chance of having an El Nino. Then how can we reduce the impact? If through means implementing efficient water management. That means during weak monsoon we need to conserve water. We should have to develop some system, some planning. We have to implement some planning to conserve water. And then we have to diverse different types. Means we need to start. We need to means diversify our crop varieties, and also we need to focus on drought resistant crops. And also we government have to do some prepare measure to tackle potential droughts or any chance when a flood happen, that also need to tackle. Next we are going to see La Nina. As we learned, as we completely understood about El Nino, it's just opposite is La Nina. So let's see La Nina. La Nina. In El Nino, what is happening? Trade winds are getting weaker. So here in this La Nina, trade winds are becoming more stronger. Then what will be the effect? As the trade winds get more stronger, it will carry more warmer surface means ocean water towards the west, and by that way east side become more cooler. So that is La Nina. La Nina is a climatic phenomena occurs due to unusual cooling where sea surface temperature in central and eastern Pacific Ocean near the equator. So that is La Nina. It is opposite to El Nino. It is part of El Nino Southern oscillation cycle. El Nino Southern Oscillation Cycle means nothing. It means at one place after El Nino is happening, and after that again it becomes normal, and La Nina is happening, and again it is repeating. So that is that cycle. So La Nina is opposite to El Nino. This La Nina, its frequency also same as that of the El Nino. In every 2 to 7 years, it will repeat, and it can last from 9 months to 2 years. So it's much somewhat more lengthier than the El Nino. It also will affect the global weather pattern. How does La Nina occur? I already explained to you. The main thing, trade winds are getting more stronger. So normal condition, let's go and see normal condition. We already have seen before while learning about the El Nina. Trade winds, it carries the warmer surface ocean water towards the west. By that way, cooler water is rising in the east upwelling. So that is normal condition. In La Nina condition, the trade winds are getting more powerful. It carries more warm water towards the west, and this east side is getting more cooler. That means they will get only less precipitation, chance to get less precipitation here. Here, more chance to get more and more heavy precipitation. So these are the thing. Normal condition we have seen. Trade winds. Trade winds, they become more powerful. This normally blowing from east to west, and as it gets powerful, it push warm water towards the Indonesia and Australia. Not powerful. Now we are talking about the normal situation. So just telling the normal behavior nature of the trade winds. It blow from east to west, pushing warm water towards Indonesia and Australia. Okay. And in the eastern Pacific region, cold water rises from the deep ocean and upwelling. It's a normal. We know that. As we have already seen in the time of El Nino. So that upwelling is supporting to marine life, that phenomena. Western Pacific is warm and rainy, while Eastern Pacific is cool and dry. All those things we understood. Then during La Nina, that is happening there. Trade winds, they are strengthening, and it push more warm water towards the Western Pacific side. Then next, the cool, and also along with that, upwelling, it gets more intensified as the surface warm water moves more towards the west, more cooler water will rise to surface. So upwelling increases. Nutrient-rich water upwells in South America, and also it cools the Eastern Pacific Ocean. And by that way, more rainfall need to expect in western region because warm ocean surface water is reaching western side. So that area, they will have more rainfall. Indonesia and Australia. South America, we know that at that time, at the same time, they experience drier condition because there is no warm surface water, no chance to have enough precipitation. And in global weather, what are the effects? Worldwide weather disruptions. In the case of El Nino, we have seen in North America heavy rainfall. So, while in the time of La Nina, opposite thing. Drought and colder than normal temperature experienced in South America. Clear? South America almost here. Here, the warm surface ocean water is here. So here will experience heavy rain. Here there is no precipitation, no enough precipitation. Why? Because there is no warm surface ocean water. So here certainly will experience drought. South America. Okay. Australia and Indonesia, this region, they receive more rainfall and flood due to warm ocean water. India and South Asia, they also, during El Nino, monsoons are weaker, but here the monsoons are stronger and heavy rainfall is there. So that because of that, better crop yields also available there. North America, El Nino, heavy rains, but in this time, La Nina time, northern US and Canada, they are called stormy wind is there and heavy snow. There is no enough rain. Southern US also drier and warmer condition, and also more chance to have drought risk. Africa also. Africa, portion of the Africa seen towards east, they will experience drought because there is no enough warm surface ocean water. As drought is there, food shortage certainly will proceed. Then Southern Africa, they experience more rain and flood. Uh, then impact on ocean and marine life. Here we have seen the upwelling, it is more. So certainly it is a supporting, favoring feature for the marine life. More cold water is upwelling here along the coast of South America, and that improves the fish population. That is one plus point. And another thing, hurricanes rate will low in Atlantic, but typhoons, its number will increase in Western Pacific. These hurricanes and typhoons is happening here, hurricanes here. They are all cyclones itself, depending upon the location. This is north, south, west, east. Typhoons are happening in northwestern region, and hurricanes in northeastern region. Okay, so this region we know that in La Nina time, as more warm ocean water is reaching here, more chance to develop low pressure belts. So there is more chance to develop typhoons. So that is the. At the same time, there is no warm surface ocean water, so there are less chance to have hurricanes. So that is another impact. Economic effects. Because of strong monsoon, crop production will improve in India and Australia during La Nina. At the same time, South America experience poor agriculture, and also parts of Africa also experience poor agriculture due to droughts. Then in North America, due to cold weather, they need to use some heater to resist to defend that extreme cold weather. So high energy demand also happen in North America. Then how can we measure? Well, same as the way as that of the El Nino, by checking sea surface temperature. In the case of El Nino, there is a 0.5 degree rise from normal temperature for 5 consecutive months. So that was the condition. In the case of La Nina, 0.5 degrees Celsius drop. A drop of 0.5 degrees Celsius temperature from the normal temperature for 5 consecutive months, then we can understand that it is a phenomenon of La Nina. Southern Oscillation Index. By checking the Southern Oscillation Index also, we can recognize whether it is La Nina or El Nina, whatever it be. So there is, we have seen there, by understanding the pressure difference somewhere Takti and Australia, Darwin region, and Takti. A difference of these two pressure areas. So we know that as here is no warm surface water, the pressure of this area will be high and pressure of this area will be low. And its difference will certainly give a positive value. And that positive value indicates here happens a La Nina. If it is negative, we already learned that it will be El Nino. So by that way, we can measure. And also, we can, using the climatic models and satellites, we can predict La Nina. In India, what will be its effect? As we are getting very good monsoon, our agriculture crop production, its output will increase certainly. That's it. India's monsoon season, June to September. It is depending Pacific Ocean temperature. We know that as La Nina strengthen, monsoon also means La Nina can strengthen the monsoon, and by that way it intensify the rainfall. We will get more rain. So by that way we will get enough water to irrigate our crops, and our crop yield will be high during La Nina. So that's it. Above average monsoon rain we will get. So beneficial for agriculture. Better crop yields. More rain improves farm output. So by that way we will get better economy. Flood risk also there because as we are getting more rain, intensify heavy rain, need to expect flood also in some region. Flood along with the landslides also we need to expect. We are already experiencing these things, these catastrophes now. We know that, especially in northeastern and central India. Then cold winters, La Nina winters in India, it is getting colder than usual due to that stronger western disturbances. So, an example for such a situation is highlighted in our history, that is climatic history, that is 2021-22. Between that period, India means it got excess rainfall and it is benefiting to our crops, but also it caused flood in some regions. Then how can we mitigate La Nina? Prediction methods, likewise in the case of El Nino. Here also India Meteorological Department and NOAA USA can help us to monitor the Pacific Ocean temperature and can warn about the occurrence of La Nina. Using satellite data also we can be informed about the La Nina occurrence of La Nina in advance. Solutions: flood management. Government need to clear the drainage system, properly maintain the drainage system to prevent urban flooding. So that's one thing to handle heavy rains. So we should be always prepared to face whatever catastrophes like flood, landslides, like sort of natural calamities, and also while planning for crop strategies, we can warn our farmers regarding what strategies need to be adopted to cope up with the adverse climate or those things. Then cold weather planning. Authorities can prepare for the upcoming harsher winters. How can tackle with that? By improving heating and shelter facilities. So in all these way we can manage, we can mitigate, we can reduce the impact of this La Nina. El Nino we have already seen. So these are the points. I hope El Nino and La Nina both are crystal clear to you. By this, I am going to wind up the section. Thank you.
I'm an icon, man. Ain't my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in a Benz.